Hey everyone, this is Michelle over here at Bunebape, and today I will be doing a quick tutorial going over how to Turael skip and what the point of it is. Despite originally being presented in the Player Island competition as a Slayer Master who lets you choose your own task, with wyrmscraigs we will be getting a new Slayer Master named Mortimer who instead gives us the option to choose between two Slayer tasks. This offers up a new and unique way to do Slayer, though with a hefty requirement of 100 combat and 70 Slayer or 99 Slayer, and a cost of 100 Slayer points to skip tasks. While this does sound interesting and exciting, it can still make going for certain tasks feel very grindy and pricey. So I wanted to provide everyone with an alternative, classic option, Turael skipping, or IA skipping. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you all, I was super resistant to learning how to do this. I love getting Slayer points, and I love seeing a huge Slayer task streak. Point boosting was the move for me for years. I even made a separate guide for it. However, somewhere along the way I was peer pressured by my Twitch chat to give up my streak, stop with the time-consuming Konar task, and try out the fastest way to get the task you want. Be warned that this method does reset your Slayer streak and does not reward any Slayer points. If number goes up is important to you, please keep this in mind before accidentally spacebarring your way to a 0 task streak. Particularly if you care more about getting Slayer points, I would suggest you instead go watch my video on point boosting. The basis for task skipping lies in a mechanic unique to the Birth Orb Slayer Master. While speaking to Turael or Aya while assign a Slayer task, they will give you the option to cancel your current task to be assigned an easier one. This can be done immediately with no Slayer level requirements. There are a couple exceptions to this though. They will not let you skip a task that they also assign. I mostly run into this problem when I've been assigned a Cal fight task. Additionally, Turael and Aya will not skip their own, Spria's, or Mortimer's assigned task. To Turael skip, you simply go to your current Birth Orb Slayer Master or use NPC Contact in the Lunar Spellbook while having an active Slayer task that you do not want to complete. Speak to the Slayer Master to swap your task for a simpler one at the price of your Slayer streak. Complete your new, simpler task for a reward of 0 points. Go back to your preferred Slayer Master to try again for the task you want. Repeat as needed when your go-to Slayer Master is being rude. The pros for Turael skipping are obvious. No more obnoxious, crazy long tasks from Turael while in between your desired task. If you like bossing, there are several options that you could go and kill while assigned tasks from Turael and Aya. You can go to Calfight Queen during a Calfight task, Araxer, Venanatus, or Seracnus during a Spider task, Callisto during a Bear task, Scurius during a Rat task, Scorpia during a Scorpion task, Vedion during a Skeleton task, Vorkath during a Zombie task, and the free-to-play boss Brutus while on a Cow task. Notably missing is Cerberus during a Dog task, as Hellhounds have their own dedicated task that is not assigned here. There are definitely some cons to this method. As mentioned before, you will not be earning any Slayer points, which can feel bad after you've completed a boss task. One thing I did not think of beforehand is that once you've reset your Slayer streak in this manner, you will, of course, be at 0 Slayer tasks completed. As such, you have to complete 4 total tasks before being rewarded any points again on your 5th task in a row. By far the biggest con of this method is similar to the biggest incentive. While the tasks are way easier, you can still go dry on the ones you want. Just while getting background footage for this video, I ended up skipping over 100 tasks trying to get assigned Shelving Griffins. Of course, the tasks themselves are much faster than the standard ones, but an argument could be made for instead just point boosting to skip Slayer tasks the traditional way. Personally, while hunting the gold pet, I switch between the two methods frequently. There are 24 different tasks that you can be assigned from Turael and Aya. I'll share a quick rundown on where the most efficient places to find them and how to get there, as until researching for this video, I was apparently going to the wrong places for a lot of them. Starting out with tasks reached by fairy rings, we have Banshees and Crawling Hands, both located in the Slayer Tower. This can be reached by going to fairy ring C, K, S, and running north. Both these mobs are on the first floor, but reminder that for Banshees you will need to be wearing either a Slayer helm or earmuffs. Grizzly bears and bear cubs can be reached near the Legends Guild, southwest of fairy ring BLR. By using fairy ring AJQ, you'll be transported to the Dorgish Khan South Dungeon, where you can find both cave bugs and cave slimes. You will need a light source in this region. Personally, I like to bring my Candor and Diary headgear. In the Fremnic Slayer Dungeon, you will find cave crawlers. This spot can be reached with fairy ring AJR and running east to the cave. These mobs do inflict poison, so make sure to bring an anti-poison with you. This is an absolutely hot take, but I prefer to kill sulfur lizards on the second floor of the Chrome Slayer Dungeon when I get assigned lizards, so I don't have to bring ice coolers with me for the normal ones. As a bonus, you can also use a cannon here. These mobs can be reached by using fairy ring CIR and running up the mountain and into the dungeon, or by using Rada's Blessing 3 or 4 if you're an achievement diary enjoyer. Speaking of diaries, if you haven't completed your elites, bring Boots of Stone, Brimstone, or Granite Boots to avoid being burned by the dungeon floors. If opting for regular lizards, you can use fairy ring DLQ and run north, but don't forget your ice coolers. Another bonus to completing diaries is that you can use your Ardoin Cape to teleport to the monastery and run north to the zoo. This is a very quick and easy way to get a monkey task completed. As they are located in a cage, you will need either a range or mage weapon to complete the task here. This is the part of the video where I would like you to pause and go build an ornate jewelry box if you have not yet. You only need 83 construction if you have the right spicy stew with a crystal saw, so get on it. Done? Okay, cool. So using the combat bracelet, you can go to the Champions Guild and kill ducks along River Lum for the birds task. You can even cannon them if you love wasting gold like me. Ice Fiends can also be reached with this bracelet, but by instead teleporting to Edgevale Monastery and running west to Ice Mountain. For Dwarves task, you can use the game's necklace to take you to Birthorpe. From here, enter the White Wolf Mountain tunnels from the east or west of the mountain. Down here will be a pub with several spawns for your task. The Amulet of Glory can be used to teleport you to Al Kharid, which is one way to reach the Calphite Cave just outside of Shantae's Pass if you've not yet completed your Desert Elite Diary for the Amulet teleport. I personally prefer to kill the Calphite workers as they do not poison you and they are very low health, so this is a super fast task, especially if you bring your Dwarf multi-cannon. Can I be honest for a minute and share that I've never known the best way to get to the Stronghold security until today? Not including the Scepter, of course. For example, with the Skills Necklace, you can teleport to the Cooking Guild and run east to Barbarian Village. Personally, I've just been running from Edgevale or the GE Telly depending what vibe felt right that day. No matter how you choose to get there though, you can find both Minotaurs and Wolves on the first floor of this dungeon. When assigned Scorpion task, my go-to move is to use the Ring of Dueling to take me to Amir's Arena and run northwest to fight the mobs within the Al Kharid mine. When on the jewelry box, the dig site pin is also a really handy teleport to have. With 82 construction or 74 with spicy stew and a crystal saw, you can mount this in your house for easy access to bats, which can be found north of the dig site teleport. A fun little behind the scenes secret here is that I used to go outside of the Slayer Tower to kill bats on task. Every single time I could feel that it was not efficient as I was literally waiting for them to respawn, but I was always too lazy to look up other options. Until today. We do have some more unique teleportation methods on this list too. For the dog task, I use the Pharaoh's Scepter to teleport to Pyramid Plunder, where I can then run out to the desert to kill jackals. Remember, dehydration is a thing in game 2, so bring along some water skins and a knife to refill them via cacti. The Ectophile of course takes you to Ectofuntus, which is just east of Alice's farm for zombie task. Here you can find undead cows and chickens, both of which are secondary options for the cow and bird task. The standard spellbook is definitely the one I would recommend using while Turael skipping. From the Varrock Center Telly, you can run northeast to the sewer entrance and find rats for their respective tasks. The Lumberge Teleport or the Free Home Telly will get you close to several low-level Slayer mobs. If you run to the northeast or northwest, you'll find cows. Running east, you can kill hordes of goblins. To the west near the Ham Hideout are spiders and giant spiders to easily complete that task. My final tip as far as teleports go is simply the Corinne Teleport or Zarek's Talisman to Zarek's Heart for access to the Corinne Catacombs. By running south or northeast here, you can easily find Ghost, while running west, you can get to the Skeletons. Obviously, there are countless ways to get to all these locations and even more different locations and mob types all around Gilnor to explore. These are just a list of some of the more efficient options you can make. While I haven't been using it, I did look at a Turael Skipping block list and was a bit surprised to see that so many people on Reddit utilize it. At 40 points per block, the most common mobs that I saw players blocking were by far wolves, skeletons, monkeys, lizards, dogs, bears, with a 7th block varying based on which post I was reading. To make the whole process of Turael Skipping easier, I do have a general set of inventory and gear that I like to bring with me. For gear, I wear a Slayer helm with range gear and use a blowpipe as it is super quick, but if you understandably don't want to waste any gold, you can switch out for your preferred combat type. As for my inventory, I bring along an anti-poison for various mobs, a stamina pot, a light source, and expeditious bracelets to make these fast tasks even faster. If you don't have your Lumberge elites done, you'll also want to bring a drum and stuff with you. That is going to be it for this video. I really hope this video helps someone out there feel a little bit better about Slayer task skipping. If you're still dreading the low-level mobs, just remind yourself that this is a great time to finally get those collection logs you didn't get during early Slayer leveling. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the video and if you have any more tips I forgot to mention. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also show some extra love by subscribing on Patreon, which will get you an exclusive Discord badge, early and ad-free access to my podcast, or even handmade origami mailed to you depending on your tier. You can catch me live on Twitch and YouTube 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape and on this channel. And every week on the OSRS podcast, I co-host, also called Bunebape, which can be found here or wherever you get your podcast.